A lot, I've been through a lot and had a lot of life learning experiences, and I matured a lot, so yeah.
You think it mean more to get the belt this stage of your career versus had you got it starting out the bat?
For sure. I mean, when you think about my age, my experience level, and just fighting itself, those things combined, I wasn't supposed to really be to the level at which I was at that age. Not like based on history and other fighters. So, like if I would have won against Carla, I would have been the youngest champ in the UFC ever, beating John Jones, and he's young. So, I think that right now it means a lot to me, to be experienced and be experienced not just as a fighter but as a woman.
Do you have any adventures to move up to 125 if that opens up like they say it is?
Of course, I've never been one for putting myself in a box and only being like I can only fight 115. But at the same time, I also have to stay present in the present moment, and thinking about 125 right this second is kind of, that would be egotistical of me, I think, to think that I don't have unfinished business at 115.
I mean, is it ever difficult for you to make 115?
No, but I will say this past fight was the most weight I've ever cut. I was walking around at 130 versus usually during fight week I'm already 120, and then by the time I usually just sit in a hot shower and don't eat for the weigh-in day and I'm good. But this time I actually had to cut a little bit of weight.
Was that by design or?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's also a combination of just me getting older and stuff and maturing a little bit more in my body, but at the same time also our training was super spot on, and I was eating more and just taking care of myself more.
Have you been told, Rose, that you are getting the next shot? Have you been outright told?
No, not clearly, no.
Okay.
But I don't know. Yeah.
How do you see that fight playing out inside?
I see Joanna probably winning. I think he's explaining what we're doing here to help him work out. But how do I see that fight playing out? I see Joanna winning, I think. I think that unless if Jessica kind of gets her, like she has to finish her, I feel. Or that's her best chance, is clipping her with some punch and maybe getting her, because Jessica's ground game is great. And she's just really tough. But Joanna, I think, is just the better technical and overall complete fighter than Jessica. Andrade, I feel like she's more of a brawler, which is great too. But I think Joanna wins.
So if Joanna does win and you do get what's your path to victory against her?
Just being me, just being in the present moment, training, keep doing what I'm doing, and just being me.
It's interesting because you talk about your mental games developing, not really much about skill set. You feel like that's at championship level. It's feel like your mental games at the championship level. Is that what you feel like has been holding you back?
Wait, can you say that one more time?
Yeah, you're talking about being ready for a title fight, being ready for the championship level.
Yeah.
You talk more about the mental game and saying, well, now my physical tools have developed. So do you feel like that was the block?
Yeah, I think the mental is all where it all starts. It's the seed, it's the roots of the plant, Without your mental, you can't do anything. And no matter how skilled or physically talented you are. So yeah, I feel like right now I'm in a great place. And I still, even with my zombie self, sometimes I'm a dangerous motherfucker, I tell you that. But when I'm mentally right, there's nobody that can beat me.
Do you know what helped you turn the corner, or when you turned the corner, like when you felt like I'm dialed in now?
What told me that I was
was there
dialing?
like an adjustment you had to make?
I mean, there's always doubts. There's always, am I doing everything right? I'm always questioning myself. I'm always checking myself, probably more than anybody else. But there's also signs that let you know that you're doing things right. Not just the fight, but just things going right in your life, or just your attitude towards things.
Rose, about 2 fights ago, you didn't have Pat in your corner. The last one you did. Has it made the difference to have him in your corner versus not having him in your corner?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not something that I would have gone back and changed. That needed to happen with us, and it's definitely helped us grow as a couple, and we're better than ever. And I don't know. It's definitely a learning process, and just anybody in a relationship knows that it's not easy. And then on top of that, working with each other is not easy as well. And then also in the fight game, it's a very emotional sport, and it's not just your average 9 to 5.
So without going too far into that, was that a professional decision more than a personal decision for him not to be there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was it a coaching type decision?
That was my own decision, yeah. Yeah, it's my own decision.
Now you landed a really hard kick on Pat in there. Did he do something wrong earlier today?
Oh, no, he just, I just had a lot of fun. He just got a punchable face, what can I say? Yeah, we mess with each other like that. But you see me, did you see him push me into the bag and stuff, you know?
Yeah,
He's not nice to me either.
So how did you guys come up with that? That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, we saw this like one video that was doing like this, like this guy was doing a seminar of like just these like silly moves, you know, that I don't know anything about it, but just like it would not work in a real fight.
There seems to be a lot more intensity in your striking out there. Is that something that you've really worked on to try to polish?
Yeah, I think intensity is key. You know, that's what separates, you know, just the regular person, the average Joe, to a professional athlete. That any athlete on the highest level, we're in the highest level of fighting, and you have to be intense. And so yeah, that goes to striking, grappling. All of my stuff is intense. I'm always, you know, yeah, got a lot of energy.
Rose, how much did the loss of Carolina help you get to this level? Like, looking back on it, it's like that you have to. Of course, you don't want to lose, but you think you have to go through that to get to where you want to go?
Absolutely. You know, you always get better from your losses, or at least you have to in order to keep going. And I think I think it needed to happen. You know, obviously I'm sitting here today, and everything's great.
What's the feeling like right now? Also getting this attention. I mean, this much attention out here, this much attention right here, and it's not a fight week for you.
Yeah, it is weird.
Right now,
It kind of does, yeah. But at the same time, I'm still just chilling. I just got 2 new kittens at home, and I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on like elsewhere that you know, after the fight that I wanted to take care of, and you know, attend to my new house that I bought, and there's a lot of things else like otherwise going on. So, but I'm always fighting. I'm always ready to fight, even if I'm not training. I mean, that's my first workout, I think, other than like maybe 2 or 3, you know, silly workouts at home that I've done since the fight. So I'm still breathing heavy.
How's Misha taken to the new company?
Oh, she likes it. Yeah, she's great with cats. I think she thinks like she wants to be a cat herself, so she gets jealous of them sometimes, being able to like climb to the top of a tree. But she still tries to climb trees too. So, yeah.
This Rose is kind of like a vote of confidence for the UFC. Like they're trying to do these workouts on fight week for, it seems like, fighters that they're pinpointing as future stars. Like they did it with Michelle, they did it with Francis Ngannou. Is this? I know you haven't been told that you're next, but kind of does this feel like okay, they're getting behind me here by doing this for me?
I think so. You know, I think I'm a really exciting fighter. You know, I wouldn't. I'm great in the spotlight. You know. Yeah.
Okay. And just curious, there are a lot of women who are now considering being tough, like you were a couple years ago.
Yeah.
If someone asked you, should I do it, or should I just wait it out like a Joanna, and now she's the champion and everything worked out?
I want to get that one for Team Bell.
No, I'm saying, would you, if someone asked you as a 125er, should I do the tough experience? Did you enjoy it, or should I just try to wait for
I
it?
see what you're saying.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I think so. Especially if you're at a part of your career. I feel like it's getting your like bachelor's degree, you know, before you know what I'm saying, go to the next level. So that's a great time to experiment and be used to that level of competition. Yet you can experiment. That's why I felt so free on the Ultimate Fighter, because it didn't count on my record, you know. So, and that's actually why I probably had the greatest performance, because it's just like you don't have that pressure. Like everything's against you. You're not with your team. You're not with your family. So it's one of those things where all you got to do is just try hard.
Are you on standby in case Jessica doesn't hit the weight or has any problem for Saturday night?
Do I think she'll have trouble cutting weight?
No, I'm not asking if you're thinking that she's going to have trouble, but in case anything happens, are you ready?
Oh, am I ready?
Or something?
I'm always ready, you know. I think that would be great. I think that's better to take a fight on a short notice, because you don't overthink things, and you know what I mean, get inside your own head.
He's asking like, if Jessica doesn't make weight on Friday, are you the standby fighter?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that. I mean, I'm gonna have my mouth. I got my mouth guard with me, so I'll put it in my pocket.
With UFC 211 in town, I just feel compelled to ask, how do you feel like the main event goes down with JDS and Stipe?
I say Stipe. You know, I think he's super like technical for a heavyweight fighter. That he's really smart when he's in the cage and or octagon or whatever. But I think Stipe might win.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.